Hello and welcome back to another episode in the main loop series. This one is number 8. Last time we had a bit of a bug problem on our hands wherein we did not successfully rid ourselves of the bug. And here in this loop it's no different. There will be a bug that we have to get rid of. Along with Setsu, I am guard duty. 2 engineers have stepped up. One of them is real, the other is not. We will not vote either one of them, given the fact that we could be voting out the real engineer, and that would be detrimental to the human side at this point. Okay, putting aside the "I'll dream of you all" bit, Gina does say good night, and that's essentially her going off to bed, and that is not what is going on. She is going into code sleep, a sleep in which she may not wake up, and she's treating it like a curfew, I suppose. Now here, yes, because 2 humans, victims, were killed in the night. One of them is the bug, and of course we now know that SQ is the real engineer because they took out Comet, and Jonas didn't investigate either victim. Therefore we also know that they are Gnosia, and again it comes to mind that they had many an opportunity to make up some sort of lie or switch their intended report target. It's interesting here that Remnin says that he has decided on a new course, implying that he has taken full control, or at least partial control, of the ship. And I was under the impression that had the Gnosia taken over, the ship would self-destruct or something along those lines. Okay, now on to the next loop. The guard duty have stepped forward. This time we will be the doctor. There was no doctor in the last round. Perhaps this will give a boost to the human side. Okay, and Rockio and Chippy have both said that they are the real engineer, which can't be true. Remnin will also claim to be a doctor. I myself am the real one, so they are an enemy of humanity. Now, even if I had suspicions about another crewmate, I'd likely still go with Remnin as my vote because they are a guaranteed enemy rather than chancing it on someone else. In this case, Shigemichi, who turns out to be Gnosia, was sent to code sleep. Okay, now Chippy says that SQ is a Gnosia and Rockio is saying I am not one. That doesn't narrow it down between the 2 of them for us. So I won't be voting out either engineer. I'll again target Remnin, but given the fact that SQ, Rockio, and Chippy are the 3 prominent options in this discussion, one of those 3 will likely be the vote for code sleep. Again, I won't vote out a potential engineer. This is actually a test as well, because I am the doctor and we'll know whether or not SQ is the real Gnosia. Okay, and unfortunately SQ was human, so this means that Chippy is an enemy and Rockio is the real engineer. With that information as well, we can assume that Rockio's reports are the genuine article. They say that each other is Gnosia. That means that Chippy is Gnosia and not some other enemy, at least. However, Rockio's information doesn't exactly help us out because their only other report was on us. They've been sent to Code Sleep and we lose. Looks like it will be a bug again. So the Gnosia win and then the bug explodes, so it doesn't even matter. It brings to mind why the bug needs to wait for an outcome to be settled. It's kind of funny. And nothing concrete was really settled in the first discussion, so we'll vote Chippy, and Comet instead will take the fall. Okay, little benefit to Rockio. Wants me to solve a problem, no thank you. I will investigate someone other than Chippy, because investigating Chippy at this stage isn't much use. If they are the AC follower, they may just be taken out by the Gnosia. And if they're the bug, then hopefully I get to them at some point. But if they're Gnosia, it's more or less pointless. Okay, I know, Rockio, how proud you are of your Gnosia detecting abilities, but I believe the tense you were looking for is was or wasn't Gnosia. I don't know if that tense switch had anything to do with the vote, but either way, Rockio is gone now. Gina is saying Chippy's lying. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so Gina sees two engineer claims, myself and Chippy. She realizes that Chippy is lying and goes to tell me, who already knows that Chippy is lying because I am the real engineer. I don't see the value in telling me, but Gina, that's interesting. Okay, and yes, we start with a doctor because they have an increased chance of being the bug or Gnosia. And in this case, Setsu was Gnosia. We checked the voting logs to see who voted against Setsu because they would more than likely be safe. Okay, so here we'll go for Chippy. If they're the bug, we get them out. If not, they're the Gnosia, most likely. Okay, Chippy says, so you scanned someone else, eh? It's you that I scanned, so I don't know if the way you phrase that is appropriate. More like, so you scanned me, and perhaps you get all defensive or something. Two of the four Gnosia already determined. We are still looking for more Gnosia, but also the bug. Here we do get the bug out. It was Stella. Unfortunately, with Xiaoming also going away, I believe this means we lose. Unless... no, it doesn't look like Chippy will change his mind. He's gonna be Gnosia or whatever.